Welcome to Living in the Now. So this is our second course in Master Your Emotions, June 2022. And literally the only way you can master your emotions is if you live in the present moment. And so that's why I brought this in for this month to enhance our outcomes of what's going on in our lives. Because if we can live in the now, we can actually create a world that we love and we can actually experience it. So if we're not living in the now, it's impossible to experience the life that we came here for. So oftentimes we get stuck in the past or projecting into the future. And this is designed just to hone in on where we are in this moment. So you can enjoy a deep understanding for what has been, gratitude for what is, and acceptance for what is to come. And that's what your sound bath will be about at the end. And so we could stop reflecting on the past, stop projecting into the future, and live in the now, because that's the only place that we can actually experience being a human being. So find your way out of the illusion. So are you relentlessly running from yesterday? Just think about this for a moment. Like, what are you still running from? And what part of your past do you allow to occupy your thoughts every day? Let's just take 1 minute with this. So what about the past keeps coming into your awareness every single day? Go ahead and write some things down just to get things to the surface. We could process them out at the end with a sound bath. So anything, sometimes these are the things that you might write down on your brain drain in the morning, just those thoughts. All right, we're going to move forward, still finding your way out of the illusion. Are you frantically chasing tomorrow? So what part of the future is occupying your thoughts every day? Most people that are working towards creating a life that they love spend way too much time in the future instead of in the now. So see what you have that comes up from there. This is where the anxiety resides, is in the future. So go ahead and take a minute with this one too. Yeah, when we place things in the future, we never actually get there. So I would be happy when it's like you need to be happy right now within. Okay, so stop focusing on what does not work. So your answers are not behind you and they are not ahead of you. So your answers are within you. And when we think about like the infinite continuum, like even if we think of that with a timeline going forward and back, it's at that crossing point where you're in the now that the answers reside. Your answers are literally in the space before your thought of where you're seeking them from. So to stop reflecting on the past and projecting into the future is literally how you get into the now. So most people do not live in the present moment, and that's why we have so like emotional upset. So the way to master your emotions is to be in the moment. It is the only way, actually. So you must live in the now to be your true self. So people have a desire to be true to themselves, yet something seems to be missing. And there's nothing missing. You are complete within yourself. So we do not know what it is that we're missing because we cannot remember what it is that we have lost. We cannot find it because we seek it in pictures of the past and in our scanning in the future. So there's that whole projection. When we run our lives through the old programming, we're never going to find the solution that we're after because it's not at the vibration that we're at. The vibration that we're at, we continue to create the same thing. So that's why we want to come into the now and bring more peace and joy into our everyday awareness. So that way we can create that life that we love. So stop leapfrogging. I love this concept from the presence process. So when you direct your attention into some great tomorrow, which I feel like all of us tend to do on occasion, like, well, one this, then that, this, then that. It's just like, no, we need to do it all right now. So when you direct your attention into some great tomorrow, you forget how to allow yourself the opportunity to experience the present moment. So you end up leapfrogging. So by living this way, you consistently leapfrog over the present moment. So the past is gone, cannot be altered. The future is not yet come into being. So are you still choosing to occupy these illusory places rather than fully experience the moment you're in? This is the goal, is to let the past and the future fall to the wayside and to come into the present moment. So we don't leapfrog over it and miss it completely. So many people miss most of their lives because they're always projecting and reflecting. So missing the now by reflecting or projecting your attention into the illusions, you miss out on the real physical and emotional experiences happening right now, the reason you're here on earth. So you miss out on tuning into all of your senses. You miss out on the whole moment that you're in because your mind is somewhere else. So when you master your emotions and come into the now, into that peaceful place of surrender, into flow state, that's where you literally experience who you are. So are you living or existing? So the only moment that contains the fullness of life is happening right now, literally. So you cannot experience the past or the future right now. Those are only stories and memories and sensations. If you want to experience wholeness, it is only in this moment. So to experience being human, you must be present. So the symphony of your body, mind, emotions, and spirit can only be experienced in the now. So when you think about that, like all of our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, our body, it all has different vibrations that creates a symphony. So the closer we come to our true self, the musical notes of our being are aligned with the universe. So being mental equals missing the moment. So humanity has become completely mental about everything and has consequently sacrificed the experience of being fully present and emotionally balanced. And that's like when you look at the world around us, you see this everywhere. So subsequently, our mental state, as advances as we may believe it to be, is riddled with confusion. And this is where all of the loss of clarity and all of that happens, because when you don't live in the now, confusion is the result. So it is kind of a big deal. So stop doing and start being. So not being is not normal. So it is not natural, as it knows no balance or harmony. So most people feel like something is amiss, and the lack of peace felt within is reflected as the ongoing chaos we experience. So the lack of inner peace is reflected by avoiding stillness and or silence. So when you consider yourself to be part of nature, You need that stillness, you need that silence, you need that communication with the world around you in the present moment. When you think of any type of plant or animal out in nature, they're living in the moment, adapting to what's going on. And we're part of that. So we're all kind of interwoven and connected. So relief consistently appears just moments out of reach. And this is the crazy human experience. So when you search for peace outside of yourself, you become a human doing instead of a human being. And we are here to be, to experience what this is to be truly alive. So peace is not a doing. It cannot be enforced or installed by some outside authority. So oftentimes people are reaching for something, trying to find it, and it is within you. So the state of internal unrest manifests as external physical, mental, emotional symptoms of discomfort and disease. So that's literally where the issues in our tissues begin, is when we are giving our authority away to others, or we're a human doing. We're just leapfrogging over the present moment and doing, staying so busy that we forget to be who we are. We have to slow down for that. So relief is only in the now. So let's take a couple minutes with this, and then we're going to move into sound bath from here. So just to bring some more things to the surface, however you want to answer any or all of these questions. So how are you distracting yourself from being present? Where are you searching for relief in your life? And how are you reflecting or projecting that you're aware of? So this could be in body, mind, emotion, spirit, environment, relationships, ideas, anything like that. So let's take a few minutes with this just to bring things to the surface, to the conscious mind for processing. Always good to realize where you're at, especially living in this urgency culture. You know, we have to get things done, and we're conditioned to believe that we have to always be doing, and we need to be instead. So it's always good to reflect on these questions. So see where you are. So you come back into the moment. So we have a live in the now sacred sound bath. It's actually 5 minutes. And also, before you do this, you're welcome to heart breathe with some essential oils. So applying them on your heart, inhaling your palms, and exhale arms wide before you press play. And there are also some timeline sound baths under transforming your emotions in your sacred sound spa. So into the past and into the future. There's some 12-minute guided meditations with sacred sound that would also be relevant to this lesson. So you are welcome to jump into that sound bath and go ahead and journal when you return to the present moment. I choose to enjoy